Hello world, welcome. My name is Luann Pygott. My hair's a little crazy today. I am in my kitchen and I'm going to make for Sunday dinner tater tot casserole. I've heard of tater tot casserole before a long time ago. Never eaten it or cooked it. So we're going to try it today. And I've got my oven on 400 ready to bake. And I've got a couple of the things already prepped from yesterday. Let me turn this light on too. That way we can see over there when we get over there. So I've got green pepper and onions and butter already sauteed from last night. It's been in the refrigerator, so it's cold. And then I have hamburger already cooked from yesterday. So let me go ahead and flip this around. Yes, that was my cabinet. Messy cabinet. Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can do this without this wants to fall. Okay. If I can get that to stay. So there's my pan. So I'm going to turn that on. So normally you would do this fresh, but I've already done it. These are onions. Now this is a Cubano pepper. This is not a bell pepper. You can use bell pepper. I think the recipe actually intends for you to use the bell pepper. But I was watching a woman do a cooking on Facebook. She was cooking something else. And she said, oh, sometimes she uses this other pepper. And I thought, oh, well, let me try that. So this is onions and that Cubano. It's a mild pepper. It's just not a bell pepper. And then it's got all the butter in there. So that, I'm just heating this back up because I'm going to make a roux with this. So I'm going to put that in the pan. Make sure you can see well here. Put that in the pan. Heating up my oven to 400 for my casserole. It's only, you know, I just got to get it warm again. Then I'm going to add flour. Let me go, actually didn't get my flour out. Let me get my flour. Now, I'm only making half the recipe. I'm doing a lot of half recipes. Hi, good morning. Hello, everybody. Good morning. I guess it's still morning. It's morning for 6 more minutes. Hello, good morning, and good afternoon. But I've been doing a lot of half recipes because I'm using it to feed me and Mom, and that way, a whole casserole is so much for 2 people. So I'm cutting them all in half. So this is half the recipe. But the original recipe, let me get that over here where I can see it. It has a half a cup of onion, a half a cup of chopped green pepper, of the whatever kind of pepper you want. And then it has 6 tablespoons of butter. Then you're going to add 6 tablespoons of flour to that, and you're going to make a roux. Now, most tater tot casseroles, and a lot of casseroles, they use cream of mushroom soup, or cream of chicken soup, cream of something soup. And I made something with cream of something soup last week. And if I make that again this week, it's going to taste the same. And it's a processed thing, you know, so I didn't want to make the cream of something soup again. So did you know you can make homemade soup? Like cream of chicken soup or cream of mushroom soup? I actually don't like mushrooms, so I don't like cream of mushroom soup. So what I'm going to do is, it's going to be like a cream of beef soup. Do you know you can't buy cream of beef soup? Never I've ever seen, because I'm using hamburger, so I want it to be like beef. So what it is butter, flour, broth, and milk. That makes the soup. So this recipe, I kind of combined a couple recipes to get this. This recipe makes a homemade version of cream of something soup. So you've got your butter in there already, and so then you're going to add, now for the full recipe, you will add 6 tablespoons of flour. I'm doing half. And that butter and flour will mix and make a roux, which is like a paste. And it makes a white sauce, is really what this is making. If you've ever heard of that, you know what that is. It's making a white sauce. So you stir that in. Now, this recipe doesn't really tell you to use salt and pepper. I think because if you're using one of those condensed soups, they're salty already. But I'm not using that, so I'm going to put some salt in this. And pepper. All right, now you want that flour to cook for about a minute. Cooks out the floury taste. And then I'm going to put, let's see, in the full recipe, I would probably put a teaspoon of salt. But I'm not, I'm making half. I'm probably going to, maybe a teaspoon to teaspoon and a half of salt. Depends on how much salt you want. And then I would put like a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. The pepper's almost empty here. There we go. And I would say you could even add spicy cayenne pepper to this if you wanted. If you want some spicy pepper, put some spicy pepper in it. Alright, so then mix that up still, browning the flour a little. Then you're going to add, sticking to that real bad, you're going to add milk and broth. Okay, so this would call, it'll be a cup of broth and a 1.5 cups of milk. So let me get my milk out. Now you can, I think I'm actually going to pre-warm this milk a little bit. You don't have to, but it speeds it up. I'm going to put it in the microwave for a minute. So it's kind of already warm, because you know, milk's cold. And then it takes longer. It will kind of seize it up a little bit, but it will cook out even if you put cold milk directly in there. It just takes longer. Oh, good morning! You had scrambled eggs with spinach, tomatoes, onion, and basil for breakfast. I don't know if I've ever had something with spinach for breakfast. Scrambled eggs with spinach, but I bet that's good. Tomatoes, onion, and basil. Oh, I love basil. Did you use fresh basil? Oh, I love basil. I am not a person that's that crazy about eggs. I can't eat scrambled eggs, but I gotta have ketchup on them. But you know, if you had tomatoes, that's probably similar. So I'm gonna put a beef stock. Let me see how this is doing. Woo! That's good. I don't want boiled milk. So we're gonna put the milk in there. That would be 1.5 cups for the full recipe, and then it would be 1 cup of beef broth. Okay, there we go. Put that in there. And then I'm going to turn this up a little bit. Then you want to bring this to a boil. So that is your homemade version of cream of soups. So this will taste, oh, my oven is preheated. It will taste a whole lot better than the canned soup. Even though I use those for recipes sometimes too. But this, it has such a better flavor. It doesn't have that, like, processed taste to it. Okay, so then what you're going to do is you're going to stir. You're going to, till it's bubbly, cook stirring until thickened, and then you're going to combine it with the meat. And then it's going to have peas and carrots, frozen peas and carrots. Here's my bag of frozen peas and carrots. I thawed them, so you want them thawed and drained, so you don't want any liquid from them that's in the bag. And I just need like half this bag. Normally you're going to put the whole bag in the full recipe, but I'm not doing that. I'm using half the recipe. So 2/3 a cup is a serving size, and it's fine. I'm trying to figure out how much is half. 5 servings per container. So that's, I need 2.5 servings. So there's 2/3 a cup is a serving. There's 1 serving. I think I'm going to go guess here. I'm getting more carrots than peas here. Give me some more peas. There we go. That'll work. I'm going to add that in. I don't want this to stick, so let me go back here and stir. Oh, it is about to boil already. Good. So that's what happens when you warm up your milk. It's already warm, so it doesn't have that far to go. And like I said, I really wanted like a cream of beef soup. And you can't find cream of beef. Everybody uses cream of mushroom. If they're using beef, they use it with cream of mushroom soup. And I don't really like mushrooms. So I'll eat it, but I'm not that crazy about it. So I don't really like it. Okay, so I'm going to combine the peas and the carrots, and you would put in 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese with it. So I'm going to get that ready. Let me see this measuring thing here. And then you'll add another little extra cheese on top. Oops. Is that boiling? I hear bubbling. I hear bubbling. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so there we go. We'll turn that heat down. So there, see how nice and thick and creamy that is? It's like cream of mushroom soup, only it's not. It's homemade. So then we're going to add in, let's see the order it tells me. Combine with the meat. Okay, the meat. And I pre-fried this hamburger. It's this hamburger. I did that last night, so it'd all be ready for the morning. So we're just going to put that in there. And your meat. It says 2 cups. Well, actually it says 4 cups for the full recipe. 4 cups of meat. Let me stir. See what we got going here. It's actually a little bit more hamburger than what I need. So I don't want to overdo it, and then I don't have enough broth. Okay. And then your peas and carrots. I like it because, you know, it's all inclusive, got everything in it. Okay, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna put the cup of cheese in there too. And then you pour it into a casserole dish. Then you're gonna top it with tater tots, frozen tater tots. Then you bake it at 400 for 25 to 30 minutes. And then you take it and you are going to sprinkle an extra half a cup of cheese on top and put it back in for about 5 minutes. Okay, so there's that. Now let's get my cheese. Add in the cheese. Cup of cheese you'll put in there if it's the full size recipe. Come on out. There we go. Stir that in. Oh yeah, that's gonna be yummy. It's funny, I've heard of this recipe, Tater Tot Casserole. I've heard of it for years and for some reason have never tried it. Maybe because it had the canned cream of something soup and I don't like it. I don't like it that well. I thought, I found this version where you made it homemade. I'm like, oh, yep, there we go, there we go. Okay, so then you stir all that. Then we're going to pour it in this casserole dish. Now, this is a smaller one because it's half recipe, but normally you're going to use a bigger one. You just dump that in. Nice and steamy hot. Top it with your tater tots and put it in the oven for half an hour. Then add a little more cheese on top. Bake it for 5 more minutes and you are done. And now one of the recipes that I found for this didn't use hamburger. So if you don't want hamburger, it used chicken and cream of chicken soup. So you could, or the homemade, instead of a beef broth, you know, you put chicken broth. So it, you could use chicken if you could use any meat. You could make this with ham. You could make whatever meat you want. Turkey. Let me get a little spatula here, because there's a lot of good stuff in here. Can't have both of those. Oh man, I didn't want you to fall in there. See if I can get that out. There we go. I don't want to lose all my filling. It's amazing how much extra you can get out if you use a scraper. There we go. Spread that around. Get it off the spoon. Taste it. Oh, that's good. Ah, it's so much better with that homemade sauce. Oh, it's so good. So much flavor with the beef. Okay, so we're going to top it with a bag of frozen hash browns. Not hash browns. Tater tots. Tater tots. I have a recipe that uses hash browns too. But it's not this. Tater tots. Cook it at 400. Already got that ready to go. So I'm just going to, I don't know if I need to lay them special or you can make this fancy if you want to, but I don't want to spend all day. Because it's already afternoon. And I've got to get this in the oven. You just gonna lay them on top to cover the top, and then they'll be all nice and crispy. I think this is going to be good. I've heard people who've made this, they say it's really good. But with this homemade sauce in here, it's going to be so good. And you see, it's not hard at all to do it homemade. Not at all hard. Okay, so we're just going to kind of do that. I don't know if that's perfectly half, because if I save the other half, if this is good, I'll make it again. But for the full recipe, you have to put the whole bag in, of course. Okay, those are a little, left a little film on my hands here. Hold on. Wash my hands. Unless they were a little buttery or something. Okay, there we go. You're going to put that uncovered in the oven, 25-30 minutes. Top it with another half a cup of cheese. Put it back in 5 minutes, and you're done. So there we go, into the oven. Set my timer, and I'll take a picture of it later and put up the recipe. Set it for 25 minutes to check it. And there we go. Okay, so we are all set. Let me flip this back around. Come on, phone, do what I'm saying. There we go. Okay, so I hope you have a good Sunday. Hi Karen, how are you? Try this recipe, see if you like it. And of course, this is one that you can kind of modify any way you want to. So I'm going to go ahead and go until later this afternoon. Bye.